Now, this year, for the first time ever, and South Boston's changing because of all the gentrification and everything else. A lot of the traditional families have gone. But this year, for the first time, there's kids, and they're playing. Have you ever seen these electronic Jeeps? They're about this big. You know, and there's 3 kids riding around the Jeep. And all they do is patrol this one block. And I'm thinking, well, you know, South Boston's getting ready again. You know, they got the militia out, and they're training these kids early. And so it looks like something out of Peanuts, you know, the little characters, you know, Charlie Brown, and they're like, and they won't stop. They just keep going. They're like they're on a mission, you know. So this day, I come out, and I've got a little Weber, and I'm going to cook my barbecue my ribs, and so I put the fluid on. I put them in. Whoa! I got flames this high. Around the corner comes the Jeep. 2 kids in the front, a little girl and a little boy, and a kid in the back. Now I finally figure out the order, the ranking. The kid in the back is looks at himself as the general. He's the commanding officer. Again, I found out he owns it. He doesn't driving. Evidently, he's figured he's not old enough to drive because he's only about 4 or 5. But either that or he's just, you know, he's got 2 people who'll do this dirty work for him. So he hollers, halt. And immediately it comes to, and off he comes in general fashion, looks at me and says, what are you going to burn? Now notice the word burn, not cook, all right? What are you going to burn? And I don't know why the comedic mind works the way it does, but it did. And I looked him right in the eye, 5-year-old kid, and I said, a witch. So now I got things, so now the eyes get about this big, and he looks at me, he says, no, you're not. I said, yes, I am. He goes, no, you're not. I said, yes, I am. Now, there's a 7-year-old girl, Caroline. She's driving. Evidently, she's appointed officer for the driving. And she gives me, as soon as I say the witch, she gives me a wink and a, okay, we got the 5-year-old going. The general's going to go down now. So he says to me, there's no such thing as witches. And I say, oh, how old are you? He goes, I'm 5. I said, well, I hate to break the news to you. I says, but in about 10, 12 years, I said, 16, 17, I says, you're going to meet a lot of witches. Oh, relax. I says, in fact, I got one flying around my kitchen right now. I says, and she's in there throwing pots and pans around. I says, that's why I'm outside here cooking. And I says, if she's cooking soup, I ain't eating it, not tonight, because there could be poison. So he's trying to process this, and he looks at me, and he says, there's no such thing. I said, oh, yeah? I said, did you see, I said, did you ever hear about Salem? He says, yeah. I said, what do you think they were doing up in Salem a couple of 100 years ago? I said, they were burning a couple a week. I says, then the witches got smart, and all the witches went underground. I can't believe I came up with this for this kid. So I says, witches got smart, went underground, but now they're back. He goes, no, they're not. And the whole time, Caroline's giving me this. So I says, oh, yeah, did you see those jets here today? He goes, yeah. I goes, what do you think they were looking for? I said, wow. I said, Mayor Menino called them up because there's been a lot of witch sightings lately. And I says, the witches are back, and the planes were here to check it out. He goes, he gives me one, he says, we'll be back. So he gets on, and evidently looked like he was on a mission. They're going to go back to the control headquarters and talk this over and find out if there really were witches. I go in the house. Now, this is the way it's worse. I go on and I get the ribs. And yeah, thank you. I get the ribs, and I put them on. I put the cover on. Now what have I got? Smoke. Just pouring out of the Weber. Smoke like crazy. Halt. Gets off. He says, what's under the cover? The witch. Caroline gives him another. He goes, no, she's not. He says, no, he doesn't even. Now he's accepted the fact there could be a witch, and she could be under. He says to me, let me see. I said, no, you're only 5 years old. You don't get to see the witch. It's pretty ugly. And I had ribs, there's big ribs like this. He's going, no, I want to see. Come on, I want to see the witch. All right, you asked for it. Boom. Now, Carolyn, priceless, comes in with, it's her ribs. Undaunted, he's looking at these ribs. He goes, where's the rest of her? I said, she's in the cellar. Can I see the rest of it? No. I said, now we're getting a little macabre. No, you're only 5 years old. You don't get to see it. It's pretty ugly in there. When are you going to cook the head? It's Friday. I said, Friday, come back for the head. So a few things go by. He gets on the thing, off he goes. And I think, I want to write this story down because I'm starting a blog. And I said, this is a great story. But I said, when I'm writing it, I can't remember. I said, it needs a little end. And then I also can't remember this part. I said, here, just a little thing here. Could you just give me a little... Relax, it's not a sex toy. Okay? That's an artificial leg. So at the age of 13, I lost my leg to osteosarcoma. And I swim every single day. I've overcome all these adversities that come with something like that. And I've lived a very rich life and had a lot of fun. So I can't remember writing a story. Did I have the leg on? Did I have the leg on? Because it was a hot summer day. So 2 weeks later, I'm swimming without the leg. I come into the house and I have a little hose there. I shower off on the sidewalk. So as I'm going in to get the hose, I see this little young general come around the corner, and he sees just the top part. He doesn't see the part. So now he likes me because I'm the witch burner. There's a lot of witch burners. Burning witches on the corner in Southie is a good thing. So he comes in and he just wants to recognize. He goes, "Ah!" And he sees the one leg. And he goes, "Oh!" He goes, "What happened to your leg?" I goes, "I didn't tell you I was a pirate, did I?" I says, "Why do you think I want to get the witch? She's the one who took the leg off." The last I saw of him, he was running toward the chief going, "He says he's a pirate!" And I haven't seen him since. That's my story. Thank you so much. Very gracious. He says he's a pirate.
Tom Hayes, give a round of applause. Have a seat, Tom.